Nick?
Yeah?
Did you know that Von Karma's daughter is only 18? Just like me?
Yeah. Why?
I was just thinking about how strong she is. I mean, she's been in Germany all this time, all by herself, and she's so grown up.
Yeah. And I'm sure she, so, I'm sorry, Maya. I'm just having a great time. Yeah, and I'm sure she felt a lot of pressure from her father's reputation. Far too early.
And then you look at me, and, well, I'm the daughter of the master, but I'm still just a little girl. And on top of that, I'm the suspect in another murder trial.
I think you're really strong too, Maya, you know, for all you've gone through and all that. And...
Good morning! The two of you look like you're doing well today. I'm so happy for you.
Hey! Morning, Pearly!
Y'all be safe today, Mystic Maya.
Huh? What do you mean?
My mother's coming today to show her support.
Yeah. Yeah. That's right, Pearly.
Hey, Pearls.
Yes, Mr. Nick?
Do you think you could do me a big favour? Could you channel Mia today too? Because I haven't really done my kind of homework for the trial. Yeah, all right, Gary.
Huh? I was sort of hoping to sit in the audience because that's what they call it when you're in a courtroom, is the audience. I was sort of hoping I'd sit in there today and watch.
Please, look, it's very important to me. I don't feel confident enough without your help. Gary.
Mr. Nick, that's enough. You can't show weakness in front of the person you love.
Pearly? Not this again. He's clearly still...
Please. Oh, can you do this for us, Pearls?
All right, I'll do it. I'll do it for Mystic Maya's sake.
Fantastic.
See you later, then. I'll leave you two to some alone time. I love you.
Phew, thank goodness.
Nick?
This way, Pearls won't be able to see today's trial.
Well, what do you mean? What's going on?
Yeah! God, Buck loves it in here. My God, the seat's
we've ever
exactly where I
been.
left
It's just so shiny.
Right, court is now in session for the trial of Maya Fey.
The defence is ready, Your Honour.
Makes a change.
Well, let's start already, shall we? Mr. Phoenix writes, I look forward to tonight's news with great joy. The image of your defeated face will be transmitted all over the world.
All over the world, huh? Sounds like you've made quite a name for yourself, Phoenix.
Don't be foolish, you foolish fool wearing the foolishly foolish clothes. The famous one is me. I'm the prodigy who has never lost a case since becoming a prosecutor 5 years ago. Fapash! Fapang! Naturally, the world's eyes are on me as I conduct my first trial in this country, accompanied by Mr. Vippy, of course.
Uh-huh. That's nice, Miss Von Karma. You know, also, you don't need to make the noise of the whip when you use it. Just want to put that out there.
Oh, no, you do, otherwise it doesn't have the same panache. I'm glad to see you're in such good spirits today, Miss Faye.
Oh, it's true what they say. Women really are scary when they fight.
They do say
Gulp.
that.
What is that falling off your face,
Gavel.
Onyx?
I have some
Gavel.
backward views.
Gavel. Now then, a very interesting theory was presented during yesterday's session.
That the defendant could have left the channeling chamber, correct?
Yes. And this key is the proof of that. This key, the only key to the channeling chamber, was not where it should have been.
No, it was not. Your Honor, I would like to say one thing just before we begin.
Of course you do.
Just one. Little, just on the end of my finger.
All right, fine. Let's hear it.
Thanks. The prosecution has determined that from the time of the murder to the time of the arrest, the defendant did indeed orangely leave the room at one point.
What?
Unbelievable.
Right.
Yes, what's this?
I've
now,
had to
reverse?
use this gavel far too much already. Miss Von Karma. Then how do you explain this picture? Are you saying, then, that the person in this picture is not the defendant?
I never said that wasn't the defendant. Putting words in my mouth.
Oh, then what is the meaning of this?
I'll show you. All I'm saying is that Maya Fey, after killing the orange victim, exited the room. And I believe that is when she drops this key. Isn't that right, Mr. Bippy?
Can you substantiate your claim?
Isn't that what I'm here for?
Yes.
Well, fine. The prosecution would like to call the defendant's aunt, Morgan Fey, to the stand. Shut up, Mr. Vippy, not now.
Just as I suspected. And Morgan.
Poor Mia. She seems really torn by this.
She's all out of face. This is how it feels.
Witness, name and occupation.
My name is Morgan Fey. I am the spirit medium in a manner of speaking.
Seem to have your mouth full just then.
I'm sorry. What do you mean in a manner of speaking?
Fabash!
Not
I
again!
don't think anyone really cares.
And I am literally the judge.
Now then, after the murder took place, you kept watch over the defendant, correct?
Sure, that is correct. I performed the spirit severing technique on Mystic Maya, then,
Spirit severing technique?
a technique to remove a spirit from a body and send it back to the other world. That is,
Yes, that is...
Fabash! You, be quiet! Now, Fitness, please, I'm sorry, he keeps interrupting you. Something happened while you were performing this technique, correct?
Sure, that is correct.
What in the world could have...
Mystic Maya, she escaped from the room.
What?
Ha-ha! Fabash! And here we come to the heart of the matter. Maya Fey, whilst in a possessed state, managed to escape from the channeling chamber. Unbelievable.
can't believe
She's
it.
amazing.
Jesus Christ.
Gavel, order. Miss Fey, please testify to this court what happened during that time.
Your Honor, I will try my best.
Oh, I think someone just upped the ante on this trial. I'm keeping my arms crossed.
After we heard the gunshots, those who broke the door opened the chamber. I requested Mr. Wright and the other lady please contact the police. A pistol was hanging from Mystic Maya's hand and she was in a daze. Then, quite suddenly, she thrusted me away from herself and escaped the room. With great strength, she hit the base of my neck and I fainted for a short while. I'm afraid I have no knowledge of where she went after that. Why, thank you, Reggie.
Sam, why have you hidden this until now?
I did not wish to cause any more trouble for Mystic Maya. However, I must correct falsities when they arise.
That's right. She is simply correcting a falsity, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
These bloody falsities. Look, why is she making it a point to take a stab at me? Never mind.
Gavel, for no reason. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please.
My aunt is a very smart and sly person. It's going to be hard for us to find a crack in her testimony.
After we heard the gunshots of those who broke the door into the chamber...
Hold it! Just now, you said those two. Who are those two people you were referring to?
Well, of course I was referring to that foreign lady and yourself, good sir.
Lotta's not a foreigner, despite how she talks.
Really?
We're all from the same country.
Oh, is that so?
Yeah.
I'm
You
from
tell from our
Germany.
accents.
I'm so
Yeah.
sorry. I simply could not understand that atrocious American English? German? Not to mention she looked awful.
I can already see people in the heartland gearing up for a riot.
In any case, I've already sent the repair bill to your office, Mr. Wright.
Oh, thanks. Oh dear.
What did you do after that, Miss Fair? I'm getting in on this cross-examination.
Cheers, Judge.
I requested that Mr. Wright and the other lady please contact the police.
Hang on, hold it. Was it really necessary to have two people do something so simple as call the bloody police? If there was a possibility of escape, then one of us should have stayed behind.
Yes, that is a very good point.
Cheers, Judge.
At that time, I myself was a little confused. On top of which, there was another...
Another what, madam?
Oh, it's nothing. No need to concern yourself, good sir.
I want to hear the end of that sentence. How can I get that? I'll question further. There was another reason you wanted both of us out of that room, wasn't there?
Hey, boss, you want we should get you some more lobster bisque?
You must testify. Why did you chase us out of that room?
I simply did not wish for there to be more victims. The lives of both the good sir and that camera woman may be in danger. Shut up, Ricky. This is what I thought to myself, anyhow.
dear.
You know, a
Gavel
good man
coming
with a
on.
boom is
Let's
as good as a
just-
man with a
Yes.
knife.
Gavel. Well, that was very noble of you, Miss Fry.
Miss Fry? She
Sorry,
changed.
Faye.
Oh, cheers. This is bad. Now people have
It's
a good
the smell of
impression.
that drink. It's coming over to me.
It really is quite pungent. It really does. Look, now people have a good impression of her and a bad one of us. I heard people do it in the.
Looks like she caught us napping. That's my and for you. Gary, shut up. Just shut up. I'm an 8-year-old. Shut up.
Are you satisfied now, Mr. Wright? Miss Faye, please continue, and apologies for my previous
Thank
misnaming
you,
you.
sir. The pistol was hanging from Mystic Myers.
Hold it, hold it.
For
You have
God's
to
Hold it,
stop
sake.
look.
again. You have to stop again.
On this piece of paper here, look, that I'm tapping, during our investigation, you stated that you struck the defendant on the head. Now, that's really naughty. And this strike caused Maya to lose consciousness. Do you stand by this statement?
Hey, I'm afraid I do not. The statement I gave you was a lie.
Yes.
Gonna write that down. Perjury. But why would you lie about something like that?
It's very painful for me to say this, however.
Objection! The witness was lying to cover for the orange defendant.
She was covering for Maya. Was Maya orange? Hang on. So you were covering for the defendant?
Well, yes. It was only later that I was informed of what had occurred. That the renegade mystic Maya had done something very unexpected, huh?
I'm still considering that last objection. I haven't given my ruling yet. Something unexpected. Sorry. What did she... Ah!
Papash! This witness didn't and couldn't have seen what happened. Think about it. Come on, use your head, Jelly. If you want to know
You
what
keep
this...
hitting me.
That's fair enough. Mr. Vippy, you need to calm down, okay? You're on your last warning. Thank you. You're going back in the VIP sack if you don't stop misbehaving. Anyway, if you want to know what this unexpected thing was, there is always later.
Yes. Well, very well.
Gary, put a whip on the shopping list for tomorrow. Oh, okay.
Now, witness, continue with what happened.
Then quite suddenly she thrust me away from herself and escaped the room.
Hold it.
What?
Gary, I'm going to buy it myself. And was it really that easy for her to escape from you?
I'm ashamed to admit such a thing. However, she does Pilates.
Pilates? But you are physically larger and stronger than the defendant.
Hey, buddy!
There is no way she could have escaped from you so easily.
Objection. Have you forgotten already, Mr. Phoenix, right? What about this picture? Remember, as at the time, the defendant was not physically Maya Faye.
Shake. Growing old is such a mysterious thing. So where were we? Trust me, I know I don't know what I'm saying anymore. And I'm quite enjoying it.
Basically, Mystic, if you're quite done, sir. Mystic Maya's body was still that of a nurse she had called.
If she had run away, wouldn't you have given chase right away?
Well, sure, I would have. However, with great strength, she hit the base of my neck and I fainted for a short while. Huh? Fa-pow.
Hang on, hold it. You fainted?
I became dizzy and then collapsed onto the floor.
How long were you unconscious?
I was unconscious. I'm not sure. About 10 minutes, perhaps. Jeez.
and the defendant almost certainly went somewhere in that time.
Happy? Witness, elaborate on that point for us.
I'm afraid I have no knowledge of where she went after
Hang
that.
on, hold it. Is that because you were unconscious?
Why, yeah.
Right. Great. Well, now what do I do? Now, let me question further. So while you were unconscious, you have absolutely no idea where the defendant went?
I would think that's obvious, good sir.
Hey, boss, you want I should demonstrate unconscious on the guy?
Yeah, Reggie, so show Ricky for the court.
Look, if that's true, there doesn't have to be any clobbering slam, then how can you know for sure that the defendant left the channeling chamber at all?
Now that you mention it, previously we've used a fire extinguisher on Phoenix here. And I have to wonder myself.
A fire extinguisher?
Genuinely? He
Yeah.
doesn't know unconscious?
If you like, I can whip him in the back of the neck at pressure point. It's true that this witness is not able to confirm this. Fine. But the key word here is this witness.
What do you mean by that?
Jesus, Phoenix, it means she has another witness up her sleeve. That's what. God, you're going over
Is it a
this
very
so
small
many
witness?
times.
Is it like a small witness that's up there?
Oh, Christ. Look, it looks like Miss Von Karma is ready to move on to her next witness. How many times have we gone?
Gavel.
All right.
That's
I want to
enough.
see this small witness.
He's
From
just a-
what I can tell, there is nothing wrong with this witness's testimony. Nod. And from what she has said, we can establish that Maya Fey did leave the chamber.
Hope this isn't going to come back and bite us in the butt.
Now let's take the next logical step and ask. Mr. Vippy, where did the defendant go after leaving the channeling chamber? You're going back in the sack.
Yes, that's exactly where we should put Mr. Whippy. Ah!
Kapash! Be quiet. I was speaking to the Vip. Well done, sweetheart. Now then, what the escapee had done was she had gone to speak with a certain person.
She went to speak with someone.
Yes, Phoenix, she had a conversation.
With someone.
What speaking is?
Who was it?
The prosecution calls Miss Eenie Miney, who was sleeping in the side room at the time.
Eenie Miney?
I think you can see where this is headed. Dot.
I haven't got a bloody clue, Mia. I'm sorry.
Jesus Christ. Okay, well, here she is.
Why do all these women wear mushrooms on their heads? Witness, name and occupation.
Okay, so my name is Eenie Miney. I carry this hat around. Oh, also, I'm researching parapsychology stuff, and I'm going to university.
Are we sure it's not Eenie Meenie? What is parapsychology?
Okay, it's parapsychology. Let's see. It's I guess most people call it occult stuff. Like accountancy.
Even if that's what most people call it, I'm not sure I can understand what it means.
Do you want me to say it slower?
But don't worry,
Yes.
I'm here to do your job for you, Judge, so it's fine. You can sort of put your feet up. I suggest you go home and research it yourself.
Yes, sir. Ma'am.
Now then, Miss Meanie.
Yeah, hon.
After the murder took place, you spoke with the defendant, Maya Fey. Is this correct?
That's a whip.
Oh, shit, I put him back.
I guess.
Well, if that's the case, then let's hear your testimony. That is all right, isn't it, Mr. Vippy?
Yes. What? I'm confused.
Christ, for the love of all things good, Your Honour, have some spine for my sake.
This is fun. Like, when I went to the channeling started, I was like sleeping in the side room. And like a little bit later, someone came into the room, like really suddenly. It was like, oh my God, totally my sister. And I like hadn't seen her in like so long. I was really happy and like a sad way. My sister, she like told me something like totally terrible.
Oh, now hold your horses, young lady. You're saying the person that entered was your orange sister. Don't you mean the defendant, Maya Fay?
Really now? Your Honour, you're still making contributions to this. Maya Fay was still in the middle of channeling at that time.
Are you saying that the spirit was the spirit of this witness's orange sister? Are you saying that the spirit was the spirit of this witness's orange sister? Thank you.
Yes, ta-da! Mimi Miney. She was a nurse at Dr. Gray's clinic. You can tell she's got a hat too. Fuck, I need a hat. I want to blend in.
Oh. Well, this is...
Witness?
Yeah?
In your testimony, you mentioned a terrible orange thing. Why don't you tell the court what this terrible thing was? I'm sure Mr. VP would love to hear about it.
Like, do I totally really have to?
Of course. I have brought you here to relive your trauma.
Miss Meany is what we're going with, is it? Please.
My sister, like, this is what she said to me. When I was just a little girl, I asked my mother, what will I be? There was no accident. I was drugged with sleeping pills. I was murdered by that person.
I'm loving this, Gary.
That's why I took my revenge. It's only fair, isn't it? Eenie?
She took her orange revenge.
This is dramatic.
Are you sure that's what she said?
Yes.
There. Are you satisfied, Your Honour?
No.
Oh.
I still can't believe it. I can't believe that a spirit would go so far as to use a medium to get revenge.
Mr. Vippy, do not high-five him. It's a bit hard to swallow, I'll give you that. Papash! Fapang! However, all the evidence and testimonies point to this as the truth. I'll take a bow right here, right now. The end.
Well, no, this is
There
not
is
the
no other
end.
place
We
I'd
need to-
rather be.
Indeed, it was an
Check
album
it
by the
out.
What
Black
do-
Eyed
I'm
Peas.
sorry, I've bowed now, so it is over.
What do you think, Mr. Whip? I mean, Mr. Wright. It certainly seems like all the loose ends are accounted for.
This testimony just now, was it all made up? Was it just one huge lie?
Of course it was, Phoenix.
Mia, what do you mean?
It's well constructed, but that's all it is. Wow. I don't know what you're talking about, Gary. Excuse me, but even the most well-spun lies can be undone. We can do it, Phoenix. Let's find that one loose thread and unwind this tapestry of lies.
Rightio, Slam. Your Honour, there is room for doubt, so the defence will cross-examine this witness.
Yes, that is what happens next.
Yes, and we believe that our cross-examination will reveal the real truth behind this murder.
Yet again, the foolish fool spouts out more foolishly foolish drabble. I wonder if you'd make... Oh, I'd write that one down in my vocab book. Mr. Vippy, get a pencil. I wonder if you make this one more entertaining than the last.
Thinking about my sister's death. Like when the channeling and a little bit later, and oh my god, it's totally my sister.
Hang on, hold it.
What? What's wrong? Was I being clear?
I've got something to say. Are you absolutely sure?
Yep. I guess.
You guess? Was it, or was it not, your sister who entered?
Like, I don't know. She was dead. I don't totally, like your sister at all, Mr. Smith.
First off, my name is not Mr. Smith. Second, I'm an only child. And it's quite a sore spot. But more than that, she's managed to mess up the question with her answer.
Well, Mr. Wright...
The defence rests, because we're really knackered.
Well, that was a colossal waste of our time. Now then, Mr. Vippy, how did you feel when you saw Miss Meanie? We need to get you better at making friends, Mr. Vippy.
I hadn't seen her in so long.
Hold it.
I was having an emotional moment.
You were happy in a sad way.
It was a complex feeling. It was my sister.
It's like an inside out. But wouldn't most people react here with surprise at seeing a dead loved one alive again?
I mean, to be fair, it is my field of study. Maybe if I was, like, someone who didn't know, like, about the occult. But, like, I know all about the Korean channeling technique.
The point here is the witness immediately recognized that it was her sister.
Yeah, like what she said.
Should I drop this line of questioning? What should I do? You know what? Fuck it. Slam. So you really didn't think anything strange of the whole encounter?
Nope. Like, there wasn't any reason for me to, like, think anything was strange.
But, ow!
Hush! Don't keep badgering her, Phoenix.
I like her.
Oh, you know the phrase objection? Could you try using that once in a while?
Fuck, put it in the vocab book, Mr. Vippy.
Mr. Wright, this question of what the witness felt when she saw her sister, is it really that important?
Is it important? Yes, Slam, it is very important, although I haven't quite figured out what it is yet. I mean, it could be, but I've got to bluff for now and make it seem like I know what I'm talking about. That's going to be a bit difficult. Right, here I go.
Gavel! All right, Mr. Wright. Ms. Meanie, please amend your testimony.
Like, okay, I'm, like, totally cool with that. What do you want me to say? I wasn't, like, scared at all, and, like, her costume looked totally, like, normal. I mean, that's what they always wear, except for the blood. But then maybe the blood?
Objection! That was a very well-spun lie, Miss Eni.
Thank you.
What are you babbling about this time, Mr. Phoenix, right? People are bobbling about. What are you bobbling about, Miss Wright?
It's well constructed, but that's all it is.
Stealing my lines now, are we, Phoenix?
Credit the women in your life.
Gary, I don't understand what you're talking about.
Miss
I'm just an
Miney,
8-year-old girl.
may I remind you of what you said?
Would you please? I forget.
There we go. I wrote it down here so I wouldn't forget. You said that there was nothing strange about your sister's appearance,
Yeah. And?
but I don't really think you thought that at all. Take a look at this. Hang on, this picture here. There we go. You take that. This is a picture of the sister you met. I would think that even you would be surprised if someone like this appeared before you.
The blood spray. Right. That's not normal?
Miss Meany, why did you not include the blood you saw in your testimony? If you were really testifying and not lying, then you would have noted it right off the bat.
Unbelievable.
I mean, it's totally normal, right?
Like
Everybody's always
that.
covered in
Sure,
blood.
Order.
I always
that
have.
photograph.
Miss Meany, what is the meaning of this? Miss Meany?
I'm thinking. Don't interrupt me.
Whoa.
For Pash! What is stemming about, Your Honor?
That witness, her personality did a complete 180 there.
Crazy.
I don't know what you're talking about, Gary. I'm just an 8-year-old little girl. Jesus.
Lots of people do that when they get on the stand, though. I've seen it 5 times.
Well,
First of all, calm yourself down, witness.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to snap.
Now, hurry up with the testimony.
If you please.
Ugh, the judge still looks a little shaken up. A lot of help he's gonna be.
This side room was kind of dark, you know? So the costume is purple, right? The blood totally blended right in. Couldn't even see it. And I persuaded my sister it wasn't right to do something like that. And then I took my sister to the channeling chamber.
Yes. Now I see. And you have given us a clear reason why you didn't notice the blood.
You think? Thanks, Gramps.
Are you satisfied, Mr. Wright?
I haven't seen Biker Grove in years.
All right, I guess not. Very well. You may question the witness.
Stare.
This side room was kind of dark, you know? So the costume, and I persuaded my sister, and then I took my turn in channeling.
Hold it.
Thank you.
Was your sister calm by that time?
I guess so. I guess maybe taking her revenge on Dr. Gray made her feel a lot better. I would feel it as a release, cathartic.
Yeah.
I'd like to feel a lot better too. Mr. Phoenix Wright, give me 5 minutes alone with this whip and actually, fuck it, later. The sooner the better.
She says with a whip at the ready.
And Miss Morgan was the only one in the channeling chamber, you know?
No good. I can't find anything wrong. Shit.
Phoenix, the judge believes this testimony. I'm just breathing, Gary. I'm literally just breathing.
Gary, leave it off, mate.
If you don't find some sort of hitch in her statement...
He'll end the trial. I know.
I knew you'd know. We have to give it another shot. It doesn't matter how many times we listen. We can't give up.
Like, the side room was, like, kind of dark, you know? So, like, the costume was, like, perfect, and I persuaded my sister, and then I went to a channeling chamber.
Hold it!
Thank you.
Was your sister calm by that time?
Like, I guess so. I guess maybe, like, taking her revenge on Dr. Gray, like, made her feel a lot better. As I said already.
I'd like to feel a lot better too. Mr. Phoenix writes as soon as the better. In Germany, we call this Ground Pig Day.
I'm not saying it. I've said it. I'm not saying it.
Hang on, hold it. And what was your sister, Miss Meeny Miney, like at the time? Was she calm?
Well, she was like totally flipped out because she just shot Dr. Gray. But I think like she knew. She like said she did something really bad. And like she said she wanted to go with me to like apologize to Miss Morgan.
Did Mimi Spirit really say all that to you?
Totally. Yeah.
May I ask you one more thing, Miss Miney?
I'd rather you didn't. Why not? Sure, go for it.
Was there anything you found strange, or unusual, or just out of place?
Something out of place. Like, what do you mean?
I don't know, like a Jenga in a swimming pool. Or, you know, I'm talking about when you were going to the channeling chamber, of course. Gary, I'm trying.
No, nothing like Jenga in a swimming pool.
It is hard. She answered rather quickly. Oh, Christ, now what? Do I press harder or do I leave a B? Slam. Think harder. I know you can remember something.
They don't even have a pool. I really can't.
Slam again. That's not good enough. You have to explain yourself clearly to this court.
Do you think, Mr. Wright, that whether or not there was something odd on the way to the channeling chamber is all that important?
Well, I ask because it is very important. Not that I know where I'm going with this at all.
Very well. Miss Miney, if you will, please include a statement about this in your testimony.
Like, I don't get why, but okay. I like didn't see anyone on the way to the channeling chamber.
Objection. Slam. You say that you didn't see anyone on the way to the channeling chamber. However, that is impossible.
Like, what do you mean?
I'd like to introduce someone to you.
He seems cool.
Yeah. He's a really good mate.
Seem nice.
And also, sorry, Gary, do you mind stepping out the way of the picture here? And this is Miss Morgan Fay's daughter, Pearl Fay.
Is she in the courtroom?
Interesting. You have a semi-intelligent look on your face. So, what about this child?
Well, it just so happens that at the time of the murder, Pearl was playing in the centre garden.
The garden? What is this word?
The garden. Yep. So a garden's like a big green thing in houses, well, just beside houses, and which means anyone walking through the area would have had to seen her. Yeah.
I mean,
Like, is it like
Sometimes you get them on roofs and all.
Like
Like
a
posh
pool.
people. Yeah, like that. Hang on. And quadrangles. Look, so, Miss Meany, what do you have to say to all what I've just said there? Fair play.
objection for Pash? As the court can see, she's a bit of a mental airhead. She chewed her head. Also, she was leading her sister at the time, right? Do you honestly think that she would have noticed a simple child playing? Preposterous.
Objection. It's not preposterous, and I can prove it.
But what sort of foolish...
There is no way someone walking along the winding way could have not noticed Pearl.
You are heading the right way for whipping.
Here, look at this. Is my proof. I'll pass that to you there. You can have a look.
What the fuck? What do I do with this? I already have a prop. An old cracked clay pot. What is this going to prove?
Do you know why it's cracked? It's because Pearl broke it. That's why. Oh, shit, I did, didn't I, Gary? Oh, fuck.
she broke the urn, did she? Ah,
For Pash! Why? Why do I feel like you're about to ruin my beautiful day?
I just ruined Pearl's day as well, telling you that. Oh, God. Well, this urn was broken around the time the channeling started. And Pearl was the one who put it back together, while sitting right in the middle of the winding way.
What? Unbelievable, me.
Right
In
in
a
the middle of
mushroom
the gavel,
hut.
gavel,
Yeah.
gavel. Hmm?
What happened to the
The
ashes?
Shade Gardens. Miss Miney. Pearl was there in the winding way at that time, says so right here. She was hard at work, putting the pieces of the urn back together, you see. Slam, if you couldn't see that while you were walking, I'd have to declare you legally blind.
This hat.
I think I have sufficiently proven one thing, Miss Miney. You are a masterful liar.
Gavel! Mr. Wright, you need to watch what you say.
The one who needs to watch what she's saying is the witness. So, Miss Miney, tell us the truth.
About what?
Slam. About what? About bloody what? About where you really were at the time of the murder, of course.
Objection. The witness just testified about that. Going round and round in circles like a teddy bug.
That's right. And I hate circles, so I'm eating my hat. I was sleeping in the side room.
Can I really believe her? Was she really sleeping in the side room? You know what, Slam? Your lies end here.
What do you...
The witness says that during the actual murder, she was asleep in the side room. And I say that's not possible, because there is clearly a contradiction here.
A contradiction? Where is the contradiction?
Earlier in your testimony, Ms. Miney, you made the following statement.
And, like, Miss Morgan was the only one in the channeling chamber, you know?
Cheers for reading it out for me. And it's true that at the time, both myself and Miss Hart were not there, and we had gone to call the police.
Like, what does that have to do with anything?
It's very simple. And I'm going to tell you right now, Miss Miney, how do you know that fact? Gary, shut up, Gary.
How?
I can see that Miss Fay was the only person in the channeling chamber. Slam. However, someone who was asleep in the side room could not have known that. Which means, Miss Miney, you did in fact go to the channeling chamber. Slam. However, you did go there by the way of the winding way.
Gwa.
What's
Gwa.
that on her
I
face?
love Gwa.
But look at the manor guide map. If one were to go between the side room and the channeling chamber, one would have to use the winding way.
Yes, that's right, Your Honour. Which is why I asked this very important question.
I can't wait.
Slam, where was the witness at the time of the murder?
Or my hat will tell.
Ms. Miney, please answer the question.
Objection. No. Ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. Don't ask a
No.
question. I'm just wagging my finger. Give me a moment.
Sorry.
That's okay. Don't ask a question off of a baseless assumption, if you please. Well, I suppose since you've put it out on the table, Mr. Phoenix, right? For pash, for pang!
I shouldn't have put it out on the table.
That's it, take it back. You might as well answer the question for us. Where was the witness at the time of the murder? That's you, Phoenix. That's who you sound like.
Now's your chance, Phoenix.
Yeah.
The only person who could have killed Dr. Gray was Eenie Meenie. Gary, I'm just a child. Goo goo gaga. So now is the time to prove it.
Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear your answer. Where, and I would like to hear your answer in green, was the witness when the murder took place?
Right. Put my green voice on. Take that. Look where my little finger is here. Miss Miney was here, of course.
But that's the channeling chamber.
For pash! Isn't that a crime scene?
Slam. That's right. Miss Miney was at the scene of the crime.
Have you noticed they have like
Eenie,
dueling
so she was
sound
the
effects?
killer, was
Gavel.
she?
Da.
For pash! Shut it. Mr. Phoenix Wright, have you lost your mind? Yesterday's test...
It did sound a bit Welsh, Karma.
Right, well, this is my second language, so you can fuck off.
Fair play.
Only the victim and the defendant were in the chamber when the channeling started.
Yes, that's correct. Please explain yourself, Mr. Wright.
Simple. Miss Eenie Miney was hiding at the scene of the crime.
I was hiding? Where? Like, where was I supposed to be hiding?
That's a good question. Where was she? Yeah, take that. Here, of course.
But behind the folding screen?
That's a good idea. Yeah.
Pash! Don't make me say this again. Recall yesterday's testimony.
There ain't no way anyone was hanging out behind that folding screen. See? Asshole. Quit being so quick to pin it on me, you slimeball.
Now, Miss Miney, one so young as you shouldn't be saying...
Shut it, Gramps. As if you have any idea exactly how old I am. How old are you, anyway? You could be anywhere between like 40 and 80.
I'm sorry. The ages of people seem to be very in question in this court today.
Dear, looks like the pipe's about to burst. Guess I should help it along. The witness was hiding behind the folding screen with the help of this, if I can find it.
Yeah, come on and burst my pipe.
Yeah, take that. Look, Miss Miney. How you were able to hide at that scene of the crime is very simple. And I'm going to say it now. You were hiding inside this box that I dragged to the courtroom.
Metal Gear.
That tiny little box, no person could fit in that.
No. Sorry, but your theory has already been disproved. Lotta disproved you when she was hiding from me in it.
Objection. But that clothing box was in the side room, right? Which means it has nothing to do with the murder at all. Wasn't even there.
Yeah, I was sleeping there, so I should know. The clothing box was there in the side room the whole time.
Mr. Wright. Do you think you can prove where the clothing box was at the time of the crime?
Can I? And now I present the piece of evidence that will prove this clothing box was at the scene of the orange crime when the murder took place.
Phoenix, you carry that bag with you everywhere you go.
He does, you know.
That is massive.
I think it suits me.
That's
Look,
not carry-on luggage.
Gary,
Okay.
please. Look, and take a look at this clothing box. Here we go.
You're so stupid, as if there's any sort of evidence in that thing.
What on earth?
There's a dog.
Oh,
Hush! Who lets that dog in here? I don't have time for you to sit there surprised. Hurry up and say it already.
Aha! The boys! There's a hole! About 8 inches off the ground.
A hole about 8 inches off the ground. Where have we heard that before?
The folding screen, it had a hole at the same height.
That's right. I hope this has opened your eyes to what happened.
It's totally normal, Gary.
It is
Everybody
totally
does
normal,
it.
Gary.
Oh,
At the time of the shooting, the clothing box was sitting behind the folding screen, which is why the bullet from the pistol hit both the box and the folding screen. Slam. It went through the screen and then into the bloody box. Ms. Miney, you were hiding behind the folding screen, waiting for your chance. Yes, for your chance to kill Dr. Gray.
Isn't it cool when I do this with my hat? Like it works
That's
like a
not
mask.
wrong.
Looks like a
It looks like
logo.
it's made of
Order! So what you are saying...
Objection! Then, Mr. Phoenix Wright, what about this picture? Are you saying that the person in this photo is Miss Eenie Miney?
That is exactly what I'm saying. Miss Eenie Miney. You were hiding inside this clothing box all along. And you wore a medium's costume to masquerade as Maya Fay.
To masquerade as Maya Fay?
She had it planned from the very beginning. She would kill Dr. Gray and pin the blame on my client.
No, stop.
I can't stand to listen to any more of this foolishness. If that's the case, Mr. Phoenix Wright, then I have a proposition. This whole idea that the witness moves a clothing box to the crime scene, pretended to be the defendant, killed the victim, and then fled the scene of the crime. Preposh! It's not possible for one person to do that all by herself.
Shake, shake, shake. It really is impossible. For one person to do all the preparations, that is.
Preposh! Need I remind you, the foolish receive no mercy, not from Mr.
Jesus.
Whitty, who's trained.
Wait, Miss Von Karma, you said it was not possible for one person, correct?
Whoa, okay, I can do your voice, but we're going there. What? You can't be serious. That's you, Phoenix. Gary,
Thanks
you
for trying, though, Gary.
absolutely adorable. I love him.
I'm just meta-theatrically stepping out now. Like, I don't even want to know what she thinks.
Miss Miney, you had an accomplice.
This person.
If it wasn't someone from Karain Village, you couldn't have gotten the costume. And let me say that again, if it wasn't someone from the Fay household, you wouldn't have that box.
Morgan, Faye. Fuck.
Isn't that the wonderful lady, the witness we had earlier?
What do you have to say to this, Miss Miney? You shot Dr. Gray with your own two hands. Slam, do you deny it?
Well, she's not saying anything, but I reckon she's
Using
guilty.
the hat as food now. I don't.
Going super
Seeing like
cyan at this point.
flashbacks,
Just give it a moment.
I think this is what really happened.
This is my favorite bit.
The murderer had planted herself at the scene of the crime long beforehand. Dressed in a medium's costume and wearing a wig, she pretended to be the defendant. And then the channeling started. The murderer crept silently towards the other two, both of whom had their eyes closed. First, she drugged Maya Fay with a strong sleeping agent, like a really strong night nurse. Then she stabbed Dr. Gray with the knife. Next, she hid her client inside the clothing box, my client rather, and she did that so she could take Maya's place and frame her for the crime.
But that's when something unexpected happened.
Unexpected? Wait, I can hear this too.
Yes, unexpected. Bang! Imagine the scene. Dr. Gray was actually not yet dead. With the last of his strength, he fired a shot at his attacker. And that is why the hole in the folding screen was so low to the ground. The murderer then took the gun from Dr. Gray and... bang!
After that, you and the other lady thought to break into the room.
He was on the boom. Yes, a gunshot is certainly something you wouldn't expect to hear. Which is why, upon hearing the shots, we forced our way into the channeling chamber. Click! Miss Miney, she immediately covered her own costume with blood. Click! And pretended to be Maya Fay. Yeah, she probably didn't get a deposit back from the costume shop. Shit!
But that sort of deception would have been so easy to see through. And how did you manage to bosh together that PowerPoint so quickly? All of these slides.
It's because I'm a master at PowerPoints, and, which is precisely... Gary, you helped.
Gary, you are brilliant.
Gary, Ms. Morgan Fay chased us out.
Please leave this area to me. Go quickly and inform the police. Hurry, before there are more victims here.
Shake, shake, shake. But what is one supposed to say?
This is the real truth behind the murder.
Blink, blink.
Ah, fuck.
Can somebody do something about the
oh,
strobe?
Christ, doesn't even got a
He's
wicked
really
head.
good at Excel. He's
I'm
really good at it.
Kinda.
Who is that laughing at a time like this? Ah!
For Pash! Oh, you simple-minded fools. I'm sorry. Are you still by chance evolving, little?
Oof.
Burn.
You see you dragging your knuckles along the floor, Phoenix.
What is it this time?
Miss Von Karma, surely.
Of course it was me. Do you really think someone with Von Karma blood would lose due to something this petty?
What in the world?
Fapash! Fapah! Mr. Phoenix right. Your argument is flawed in one very crucial area.
And that is?
The middle bit. If this witness is the real murderer, why would she go through all this trouble? Working together with a medium, pretending to be one, putting on this whole act. What reason would she have to do such foolish things?
Well, that's,
Yeah, that's right. That's exactly what I was going to say.
Oh, and one other thing. Why would Miss Eeny Meeny want to kill Dr. Gray? Where's her motive?
Yep, that's exactly what I wanted to say too. This one, she's on it. Motive. I don't even have a motive.
A motive? That's, I can't say she has no motive here. I have to think of a motive now. What is a reason for wanting Dr. Gray dead? The reason you wanted Dr. Gray dead is this in my big
He's
bag.
just digging around in his bag.
Here.
Ha! Just as I thought. You bore me with your silly answers, Phoenix Wright.
Just great. Now even she's calling me by my full name.
All right, Fifi. You think I did this to get revenge for my sister's death?
Yes. Slam. Because through that accident, you suffered a lot of hurt and pain yourself.
Don't be stupid. No one has proof that Dr. Gray drugged my sister, right? And you want to say that I wanted to take revenge based on nothing?
What do you mean by that?
Senile, stupid, and your beard. Why the freaking beard, man? I'm going to explain, so please listen, okay? It's been over half a year since I was discharged from the hospital.
Oh, Christ.
If I wanted revenge, then I wouldn't have waited this long. Oh, and besides, like, the guy that thought of the spirit thing was Dr. Gray. It was like a total coincidence that he asked me about it, you know?
She's back to her hairhead self. Slam. However, you see... Ow!
Fapash! Fapang! Pathetic, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Bloody hell.
We don't really... We had Adam West for a little bit in Germany, but otherwise, we don't have much to go on. You failed to support your own theory. I take a bow for this. The end. It's over again. We finished.
Gavel. I think we have our answer, Mr. Phoenix, right? I'm doing it now. What Miss Miley said is very true. The revenge plan is overly complicated and she had no motive in the first place. Furthermore, there is no reason for Miss Morganfed to cooperate with this plan. No, shake. You don't even have any truly decisive pieces of evidence.
Tisk. So many faults, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You should really learn your place.
Nurek!
What? Where?
What happened? Why did I say that word? And also, I thought I had her for sure.
See? That's like what I told you.
What?
I'm going to serve you a slice of humble pie, buddy.
Gavel. Very well. I now conclude the cross-examination of Eeny Miney. Fade to black.
What?
Your Honor, Please allow the defense one more minute.
This very tall 8-year-old.
Just one more minute, please, for a little girl.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Cheers, Judge.
You can't lose here. Have faith in yourself, Phoenix.
Mia.
Yes, it does sound like a ridiculously messed up plan for a murder. But you know, regardless, that girl trained for this crime.
Really?
Listen, Phoenix. It's me now. I'm not pretending to be a child anymore, okay?
Okay, right.
Okay, everything happens for a reason. There is a reason for why she had to kill Dr. Gray. And it is also the reason she had no choice but to kill him in this fashion.
All right, gavel, time is up. I timed it. It was a minute. Your final answer, please. If you want to say that can prove Miss Meany had a motive, then why did she kill the victim in this way? Can you provide the reason?
Can I? Can I really do this?
Yes, Phoenix, I just went through it with you. Do it now.
I'm not totally confident here, but I know that I must press on no matter what.
I literally just told you. Right, that's it, Phoenix. Only you can do this now. I literally just explained every... Okay, just get on with it. Gary, please, sort him out.
Slam, I will show and substantiate the fact that Ms. Miney had a motive.
Too bad. You're too late. My cross-examination has already ended, after all.
Bonk. Is that better verse? A bit noise? I'm trying new things out. Interesting.
Have you tried prang? Go for prang.
All right, next time. I'll let you have your chance, Mr. Phoenix, right?
What? You're supposed to be on my side.
Bang! Von Karma only cares about the perfect win. Do better. As long as you have the will to fight, I will knock you down, Mr. Phoenix, right? That was a little poem by me. It's a little poem by the Von Karmas. And I don't care if you are my witness. So help me, I will blow you out of my way.
No
Gavel.
way.
Very well. The court will take a soft 5, hard 10 recess. We will continue the cross-examination after we reconvene.
Hey, wait a sec. What in the...
Gavel!
Is it really true about my aunt?
I'm afraid so, Mia. There is no way Enid could have killed Dr. Gray by herself. And under the circumstances, there's no one else other than your Aunt Morgan.
That's terrible. Why? Why would my aunt...
Sorry, I was just tying my VIP. Everything is going just as I predicted, Mr. Phoenix, right?
Ah!
Aha!
Ack! Ms. Von Karma. Why are you doing this? Why are you trying to take revenge on Nick? Nick had nothing to do with what happened to your dad.
It was.
Don't you have something better to be worrying about? Say, your own situation?
Looking down on me, even though we're the same age.
Are you done yet?
Hey,
shit.
Are you done yet, mate?
Are you done yet? Are you, Phoenix, are you done?
Are you done?
Because I'm done.
Gary, are you done, Gary?
Gary, sorry, I'll stop.
You've caused me enough pain and suffering.
Not yet. My goal is to defeat you and let the whole world know of your defeat.
But even if you do that, it won't bring your father back.
Okay, wow, that
Yeah.
was a really low blow.
I went there, mate.
What do you think is in these shoulder pads? This is all me, baby.
Jesus.
In the meantime, let's bring this match to its conclusion. And then we'll know who the real winner is.
Woo! We're back.
I love courtroom number 2.
It's all right.
It's my favorite.
Court will now reconvene. Mr. Wright.
Yep. Yes, Your Honour.
Can you prove Miss Eenie Miney had a motive?
Yes, I believe I can. Eenie Miney and Dr. Gray have only one point of connection. And that is the orange car accident 1 year ago. The motive I'm looking for must be there. Cheers. Turning the lights back on, Gary. Look, Ms. Meany, please testify to this court about your car accident last year.
Huh? I thought you wanted to ask about my motive. I don't see the point in bringing up the past.
Miss Meany, if you please.
Okay. I totally don't think it'll do any good, but talking about my trauma. That was last year in May. Something really bad happened at my sister's clinic around then. And the night of the accident, my sister was totally tired when she was driving. I was totally pooped too, so I fell asleep in the passenger seat. That's the one where you don't drive. And I woke up because of a jolt, and it was a sea of flames around me. See? I can do similes.
That's a simile, Mr. Wright.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was good.
I opened the door and then I got away.
I think I've heard of this accident in the papers, was it?
It was all the talk of the tabloid shows, day after day last year.
Oh, no, I don't read the tabloids. There's talk about Dr. Gray drugging your sister? Ah, for...
Boing! Those were merely rumors, totally baseless gossip.
Did you just say boy-oing?
Gary, did you not like it?
I didn't.
I don't know, it worked
not
for me.
like it.
Okay, that's a middling score.
I miss Wapash. Mr. Wright, you may question the witness.
Right, now, it's impossible to prove.
You're taking the most interesting pauses.
That Dr. Gray did in fact, I've tripped myself up there, Gary, you're right. Did in fact drug Miss Miney's sister.
Yeah, which means I'll have to work from another angle. Maybe an
I don't think
obtuse
anybody
one.
heard anything I had to say in the first half, Mr. Wright.
Really?
Yeah, it's probably because I had my monitor on, so it looked like you were just talking to silence.
Oh, fair play, literally for the whole first half of this.
The entire
of this
first half,
trial.
yeah, that's right.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic. Hang on, hold it. We'll get more of that, Gary, in a bit. But she was totally tired, and you mean exhausted?
The witness is lost for words.
She's been stunned into silence.
Indeed.
My space bar stopped working. She had to talk to the police and was being investigated like every day. And it was like a totally terrible situation.
It's no wonder, then, that the car accident happened, huh? You know what? I'm going to press harder. So then, why didn't you ask to switch places?
Huh? Like, what are you talking about?
I mean, switch drivers. If your sister was so tired, then you should have switched with her.
True. And let the witness be advised that Alt-A is a good alternative to a spacebar.
I've just been using the mouse thing, but maybe I should try that. Hold on. Anyway, I don't have a driver's license.
This is news to me. I was not aware you didn't have your license, Miss Miney. That's a whipping.
Miss Miney, please amend your testimony before the whip comes out.
Okay. Anyway, you guys are intense. I was totally pooped, so I fell asleep in the passenger seat. That's the one where you don't drive. And I woke up because of a joke. And then I opened the door and then I got away. I didn't have a license, so I couldn't take over driving for her.
Objection. Ms. Miney, that was a lame lie just now. There you go, a bit of alliteration for you there, Gary.
I did not pay for that class, and so I will not acknowledge it.
Okay.
Are you trying to sound younger? Because it's not working. What are you talking about?
Slam, I know you had a license back then. This is a photo you took for the express purpose of getting a driver's license.
That's why you're not smiling.
What is the meaning of this, Miss Miney?
I'm sorry, I was chewing on my hat. It's that is right. You are correct. Look at you being so clever. I had a license, but I didn't get it until after the accident. Boom!
Shake and a kind of nod. No, you had it. Slam, you had it at the time of the accident. Director Hottie, or the guy pretending to be him anyway, said so.
Don't mention him, he might turn up again.
Yeah, we really don't want him to come back.
What are you talking about? That perverted fake clinic doctor? This is your star witness?
Yes, a perverted fake clinic director. Oh, Christ!
Awooga! No one cares. Witness, when did you receive your driver's license?
Last November in Orange.
What? November?
The accident happened last May. That's half a year lapse in time. Mr. Phoenix writes, that's basic counting.
What in the... Hang on, what?
That's what happens, Mr. Wright.
G-Unit!
All right, Judge.
At the time of the accident, Miss Miney did not have a driver's license.
Ow!
Zinga! Cry and my whip will accommodate. I'm actually really upset with myself that I went for that one in a time of need.
Gavel. Anyway, without a license, the witness and her sister could not have switched drivers legally.
I am glad you get it, being a judge and all. Even if I had my license, I don't think my sis would have let me drive.
Fuck.
Slam!
Don't just stand there humming to yourself. Jesus, Phoenix.
Not you too, Mia. With the whip and the pain and the... Oh.
But wasn't it good?
Again, do you hear yourself when you speak?
Don't 8-year-olds do that? They just play.
Oh, they do not. You have massively misjudged this.
Thanks, Gary. Miss Miney, why do you think you would not have been allowed to drive anyway?
Wait, why is the 8-year-old child allowed to interrogate me? Is this
Thank
normal?
you. See, Gary, I'm an 8-year-old child.
You do not act like it.
It's because
Gavel, I think this situation calls for a more detailed testimony. Miss Miney, if you please.
Like, how annoying! Oops, sorry. I didn't mean to be mean. Like, around that time, I was like close to getting my license, like really close, like edging it. My sis was like totally big fan of cars and really valued them. And she like just had gotten this really shiny, bright red sports car. And she like would say things like, "No way am I letting you noob drive my car." And so like that's why I ended up in the passenger seat that night too. I was a noob.
I see. A bright red car for sports. Now then, the defense may question the witness. I feel like I've done my job.
You have not.
Not terribly knowledgeable about cars, but...
Like around that time, I was like really close to getting my license. My sister, then she got into the bright shiny car.
Hold it! It was a new car.
Yeah. And she had like just gotten it. It was like from the UK.
The UK?
That's where we live! Was that her
don't
boyfriend's
overemphasize it.
initials?
And it was a really special model. She'd waited for a whole year for it to arrive.
This
They
car
don't make Rovers
is
anymore.
one of the greatest cars in the history of cars. I'm an asshole.
I guess her love of cars would be the obvious next topic. But if I really don't know anything about cars, then... But I had a feeling this was bound to come up.
You are the James May of the legal system.
Slam. Your Honour?
Yes?
Please append, that's right, append what the witness just has now said to her testimony.
Please define the word append for me right now, Phoenix.
That's all right, Gary. So append means it's like happening, but you need to stop it.
It's you want me to create an appendix out of the part about being a special car from overseas?
That's the one, Judge. Please, yes, that'd be great.
Well, if you like cars that much, then...
That's not my point.
That's your point. You're pointing right now.
Yeah, my little finger here. The one that went to market. Though, to be honest, I don't know what the point is either.
Miss Miney, would you please fix your testimony?
Sure, whatever.
My sister's new car was like totally a special model from England.
Narrowing the UK down there.
Objection. Miss Miney. Here, do you remember this article?
Huh?
It's an article about the accident. You had said this in it. But I opened the right door and, got out. That's correct, isn't it?
Like, why are you suddenly asking me about that?
Your Honour, which side is the passenger's seat? The left or the bloody right?
What, here or in the UK? It's on the right side, of course, on orange cards, because the driver's side is the left.
That would be if you were an American car, but it would be the opposite in orange in a British car.
That's right. You heard him. We're in America. This is canon. I want everyone to write this down. Canonically,
That's right.
This is America. Don't catch you slipping up.
Myself
right.
and the judge are from the same state.
Opposite, yes, the same state of
North
Londonia.
Dakota, that's the one. The two of them were riding in a British car.
That's right. North Dakota, home of Mount Rushmore. Land stolen from the natives. Tear that mountain down.
Slam. In that case, the passenger side would be on the left side.
Ah, fuck! That something just bit me.
What do you mean by this? I mean, don't they make right-hand drives for export?
Slam, Miss Miney, you said that you had escaped using the right side of the car. But if you were sitting there, then that means you were in the driver's seat.
Can somebody please
my
do
God.
something about that
This
freaking
is-
Are we in
flag?
England or
Fucking
America?
Gavel, gavel,
pal?
order in the court. Orders!
Banjo Kazooie! Mr. Phoenix Wright is blabbering nonsense again.
That means that was a bad pun.
Eni said the person who was driving her was her older sister, Mimi Meanie.
That is what Eni said, yes, but that is where her story falls apart. Slam, somewhere all of us made a big orange error in our assumptions.
Phoenix,
Even just that one word. Do you see what you're putting into just the one word?
I don't know what you're saying. Gary, you need to chill out and get your head out of the gutter.
You need a drink of water because you are thirsty as shit.
Stop flirting. It looks like you've finally found the real root of this murder. I'm an 8-year-old. You should be ashamed of yourself.
If we connect all the dots, there can only be one answer. Let me write that down. I'd like to ask the court a question. Eni or Mimi, who was really driving that night? The answer is the one person who had her driver's license, Mimi Miney. After all, that makes her the only person who could legally drive.
Right, everybody here must follow the law. And you just said the witness, Miss Edie Meanie, was the one in the driver's seat.
Which leads us to the next question.
The next
question?
Next
That's
fucking
right.
what?
The next question. Who is the person standing on the witness stand right now?
What?
What sort of idiotic ruse is this, Mr. Phoenix Wright? This witness's name is...
I'll tell you what her name really is. This witness's real name is... I'll find a picture to make it take that, Slam. Mimi Miney. That is your real name.
Objection of all the foolish dribbles. Then how do you explain her appearance?
Have you seen Die Another Day?
We don't have that in Germany. We just have Dying Again.
Have you seen Face Off?
Yes, more than once.
Or the
When she-
comedy of
That's
errors.
yours.
When she was admitted into the hospital, this witness was suffering severe facial
Or
burns.
Twelfth Night. Sorry, I was too late on that one, sir.
That's all right. There's quite a few Shakespeare's in there doing all that. But so, for the purpose of facial reconstruction, they used a picture.
Facial reconstruction surgery?
This is the picture she gave to her doctors at the time. Slam. That's right. It's a picture of her younger sister.
But Mimi Miney, she died in the car accident.
That's what everyone thought. However, that was not the case.
Then the body found at the crash site was...
Nod. That was the body of the real Eni Miney. Slam. Isn't that right, Ms. Mimey Meanie? Because you are a meanie.
Can you say my name? It's Mimi Miney. It's not hard. I don't.
And I'm a brother Mo.
That car accident 1 year ago. Sorry for laughing, Judge. The one who died that night was Eni Miney.
Why are you laughing at a car accident, sir?
I just find them fun.
Really disrespectful.
Her
This is another
sister,
smashing PowerPoint, Gary. Really good.
her sister Mimi then stole her face and was reborn as Eni. With this, she effectively erased Mimi Miney from existence.
Your Honor.
Oh, what? You coming on to the judge now? Jesus Christ.
Your Honor, I'm sure you can now see why Mimi had to kill Dr. Gray.
Don't do
Is
the
that
baby
better?
voice. The baby voice
No?
is weird.
Is
The baby
that
voice
not-
is weird. That is too much.
Okay, right.
Well, oh, okay.
Awooga, what is the meaning of this nonsense?
Dr. Gray wanted to call back the spirit of a dead person. Specifically, the spirit of his nurse that died in the crash, Mimi Miney. However, that would not have been possible. Because Mimi Miney was still, in fact, alive. And that fact would have been discovered had the channeling been conducted. So this witness had to stop that from happening. At all costs.
And that's why she had to kill Dr. Turner Gray? Is that what you're saying?
Yes. Before the channeling, Dr. Gray had the misfortune of consulting this witness about communicating with the dead. Slam. And in that moment, his fate was sealed.
Oh,
Bloody hell.
well, Miss Von Calm. For
Hank! What did you say my name just now?
Did you say Pank?
No one is giving me feedback. I don't know which direction to go in.
Looks like I've been unmasked.
Witness?
I'm playing some sad synth.
And that's right. I admit it. My real name is Mimi Miney, if you can believe it. That quack doctor, he got what he deserved in the end. And I was so close to finally ditching Mimi, too. So close!
But why? Oh, no, wait, that was just explained. Why would you go so far to throw away yourself to become your own sister?
She's just so much more fun.
I think I understand why. Mimi Miney wanted herself to disappear because of this. She was so much more fun. And also...
What, that newspaper clipping? That's about the malpractice incident.
Dr. Gray was right. The mistake was caused by the orange nurse, a nurse by the name of Mimi Miney. That's right, the person standing before us today, just over there. Follow my finger, you'll see her. And a few weeks after this mishap, quite a informal word for quite a big thing, Mimi Miney had a car accident in which she lost her younger sister.
The timing couldn't have been worse.
You're talking about bad timing. Took half an hour to get this stream up and running.
Yes, that was difficult, but not quite as bad as everyone dying.
14 patients dying in that mishap, and her own sister's life extinguished. It was all too much to bear.
It's a poor choice of words for somebody that died in a car fire, dude. Like, I found a way for myself to escape it all. The only way.
She lost everything in the flames of that accident. Her sister, her phone, and even her own face. This was her last chance. Her chance to throw away her past and start a new life as her sister.
Unbelievable.
Innit?
A plan beyond my wildest imagination.
Jerk. If only he hadn't thought of all that channeling mumbo jumbo.
I think we've established prominently in this fucking courtroom it's not mumbo jumbo.
Shut up, Gary.
Mumbo jumbo?
Becoming Eni has been the most horrible experience in the world. That voice, every day, that voice. Spirit channeling the occult. I hate it. I hate it. It's just flames on the side of my face.
Is that a Madeline Kahn reference?
Strongly, yes.
I believe there are still a few unsolved riddles here.
Yes, and
Like
you will have
the
to
tall
collect 100
8-year-olds.
trophies to solve the riddles.
No, that's Banjo-Kazooie again. Why did you set a murderous revenge plot into motion? And why did Miss Morgan Fay agree to help you with the plan? Regardless, I believe one thing has been made crystal clear.
The innocence of the defendant, Maya Fay.
This is preposterous. I'm perfect. I'm swole as hell. I can't.
All right, put it in your grinder bio.
Fine, Whippy, do it for me. Me, Francisco von Karma.
I'm going to enjoy the news tonight, Ms. Von Karma. How about you? It's going to be broadcast all over the world, right? Your defeat, that is.
Nobody likes a sore winner, sir.
No, you're right, Gary. Oh, fuck.
Oh, fuck.
I deserve that.
Bing,
Fuck,
bang,
fuck.
bong.
Jesus
Bosh,
Christ.
bang.
Ow, ow.
Take it. Fash, bish, bang. Bollocks.
Ow.
There you go. One more for good measure. I'm going to
Shit.
cut you up like sashimi. Fuck you, schnitzel boy.
Christ fucking mighty.
Phoenix! Hang in there, Phoenix! Phoenix!
Oh, so you can talk normal.
Shut up.
This court is a fraud. A sham. I'm going to whip the shit out of all of you.
Gavel! Now then, it looks like there will be some time before Mr. Wright regains consciousness. It's the second time he's fainted this game, isn't it? So I will go ahead and pronounce the verdict. Not guilty!
Yay, not guilty. It's my favourite verdict. Is when they do the confetti cannons.
Fucking hell. This is an
Gavel.
absolute shitmare for Von Karma.
That is all. This court is adjourned.
I think you pronounce that. You know what? It's fine. We got not guilty. June 22nd, 3:13 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3.
Congratulations, Maya.
Oh, to your own sister. Okay.
Sis?
That's right, it's me. Come into my bosom here.
Oh, I've missed you so much.
It's good to see you, Maya. How are you doing?
Sis, I can't breathe. I didn't kill anyone, did I?
No, you didn't. It was all just a dream. A really bad dream.
You know, sis,
What?
in my dream, I smelled a really familiar scent.
Sorry, a familiar scent? I really didn't expect you to say that.
I was inside that clothing box, right?
Okay.
That box? That was
Yes?
the box you used to store your clothes in a long time ago.
Oh, that's right. It was my box. You smelt my box.
There is still one thing I don't quite get.
Oh, really? One thing?
What's that, Phoenix?
What would have happened if Mimi hadn't shot Dr. Gray? I mean, we broke in because we had a gunshot.
I think Mimi Miney had planned to open the door to the chamber herself. And then you and Lotta would have witnessed quite a scene.
And me. I was on the boom.
I know, I saw. A possessed Maya Fay who had just committed a murder.
She had it planned down to the smallest detail, huh?
She sure did.
Nick!
Congrats, Maya.
That's the second time he's gotten you off a murder charge.
I know. Thanks. Looks like you bailed me out of another jam.
Well, you know.
But I really don't want something like this to happen ever again.
Huh? Why not?
Well, I'm fine because I have you to help me out, Nick. But every time something happens, I lose someone special to me. First, my sister. Now, my aunt. Hey, Nick. Tell me why my aunt went and did something so horrible. Why would she help Miss Mimi with a plan like that? I just don't understand it, Nick.
Maya, it's over. Why don't we just let it be?
Nick, my aunt just tried to get me killed. What the fuck?
Just let it be. Water under the bridge. The reason Morgan helped Mimi with her plan was... Let's have a think. Take that!
Pearly?
Oh my god, sir, she just made a Tim Allen noise.
Dear me. 4 years from now, a new master will be born into the Karain village. And that person will be you, Maya.
And?
But if you weren't there, then the main family's bloodline would disappear. And what would happen then?
The Branch family? My aunt.
No. Morgan's spiritual power is too weak. The next person would be Pearls. Everything was done for her sake. It was all so that Pearls would become the next master.
Yeah, I can see that.
Huh? Did Maya say something just now?
For God's
I
sake,
said,
you're not
yeah, I
listening
can
to
see
a
that.
conversation.
I think that she was saying, I thought so. Is that what she said?
You're a fool. Date and time unknown. Detention center. Solitary confinement cell number 13.
My precious Pearl. You are the only one suitable to be the master of Karain, dear child. I sacrificed it all for you. I helped that brainless nurse carry out her murder, and cooperated with that whip-happy prosecutor. It was all to unseat that annoying, witless main family girl. That Maya Fey. But I shall be patient, my dearest Pearl. A chance will present itself. Your time will come.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Fucking hell.
That is intense. That is very intense. That's an intense end to the
Ooh.
thing. So, thank you for joining us. I'm so sorry we started late. Because we started late, we ran late. But luckily not too late. Once again, I'm going to post everyone's social media information who joined us for this. Please give them a follow. They are the biggest troopers in the world. And thank you all the people who came in from questing time. I really appreciate it so much. You're so nice for hanging on. Especially through the first half, when it must have seemed like people were talking to nothing, to ghosts, because I didn't realize that I had the monitor feed on. So all of my hilarious jokes in the first half, you missed, but probably a blessing in disguise. I don't want to finish on my, start on my plugs. I'll finish on my plugs. That means they're more important. I'm going to throw to all of my amazing cast for their plugs. Scott, perfect attendance record, who played Phoenix Wright. Scott, do you have anything to plug?
I actually do. I thought what I'm going to do is I'm just going to plug, I've written it down so I don't forget, a charity that a couple of my friends kind of work with. I have nothing to do with this, but it's called the Excel Project, xlp.org.uk, and they work with around like nearly 5,000 young people each year in London and like in Lewisham, which is the borough I live, and help them with education and mentoring and stuff. So check that out.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And then speaking of perfect attendance records, we can't do this without mentioning Hannah Raymond Cox as Maya Fey. Incredible work. Hannah, your plugs, please.
My plugs are as follows. Please follow me on Twitter at Challah Out Loud, CHALLAH, and then out loud because I'm Jewish and make puns about bread. Follow me for interactive poetry, video game nonsense, voice acting, and a lot of like poetry related humor. Yeah, Thomas the Tank Engine stuff at the minute.
I love Thomas the Tank Engine. This is perfect. Where would any courtroom session be without our judge? Leo is our wonderful judge, and Leo really needs to go to bed. Leo, your plugs.
Thanks, Chaz. I have a podcast about London history that I do with a tour guide friend of mine. I used to be a tour guide as well, and we basically wax lyrical. Each episode is probably about 20 minutes longer than it needs to be, and those 20 minutes are bullshit jokes. It's called By the Way with Rob and Leo. You can find us on Spotify. I'm also part of a D&D agency now called Roll Dark. So if you want to hire me to be your game master, you can go through them, Roll Dark, online. Yeah.
By the way, that is a hard recommend. Leo has been my GM for 4 to 5 years, and
the rest.
He is.
What about the game in 2012?
Oh yes, I forgot about that. He is so good, you guys. You should totally book him. It's so nice to have like someone from the before times, as well as Scott and Hannah. We have Louise Beresford as Mia Fey with her weird femme fatale intonations. Louise, your plugs, please.
I embodied my Christopher Walken. I waved there, and I don't think anyone can see me, so
Nope.
Just thought
It's
I'd tell
just
you.
me with a lovely backstage green screen.
Oh, well, for all of those that couldn't see, I gave a lovely wave. Yes, I don't have anything particular to plug at the moment, but there is work in the making. If you follow theatre company I'm part of, Bruised Sky, so that's at Bruised Sky on Twitter, or follow myself. I'm at Miss_Beresford. So follow either of those. There is work in the making, a couple of short films and potentially a production. Obviously, it's a bit of a weird time, but see how that goes. Watch this space. Thank you so much.
Awesome. And not a lot to do in the second half, but a fucking killer villain monologue at the end. Rachel Waring as Morgan Fay, everybody. So good.
Hello. Thank you. Theatre company that I'm working with alongside my husband David Orwin, who is Detective Gumshoe.
He is Detective Gumshoe.
Listen to this often. So we have the theatre company Control Alt Repeat, delivering online theatre experiences, puzzles, games, and interactive immersive stuff. Similar thing, we've got about 5 different things in the pipeline, but all of which are currently, do. So if you want to follow me, just go for Odd Job Actor on Twitter, but mainly Instagram, because Twitter's hell.
Yeah.
Follow Odd Job Actor and keep everyone posted.
A big shout out to the woman of many onomatopoeias, Francisca von Karma, Rosanna Super. Your plugs, please.
Hey, thanks, lads. I follow at Airlock Theatre on Twitter. It's not a long one from me. We're writing a musical called Lesbian Space Crime, and it's going to be on its feet staggeringly soon. It's truly insane. Follow it. It's good shit. Thanks.
Awesome. And last but certainly not least, our incredible Eenie/Mimi Miney played the split so well. Sarah Griffin. Griff, hit me with your plugs.
Find me online at the Sarah Griffin, as though there aren't others. There are many, many others, but I'm this one, the Sarah Griffin, or on Instagram at Griff the Griffin, G-R-Y-P-H, the Griffin, where you will find out about the many little projects that I have going on at the moment. Newest of which is I will be featuring on Dreambound podcast. That's at Dreambound Pod. Also featuring Reese Lawton, one of the other repeated voices that you'll find here on Theatre De Phénix. It is a sci-fi, fantasy, high drama, also a little bit about identity, all in the same thing, and I play a minor baddie.
There's no such thing as a minor baddie. Baddies are the best parts. And I should probably give a shout out to a cast member who was right at the very beginning but couldn't stay with us, M. Kerr, who plays the role of Pearl Fay. She is part of improv group Notflix. They are doing a bunch of live shows in September and October. If you follow them on Twitter, I posted the link for you. They will make you laugh. They are very, very talented. Musical improv and all kinds of awesome stuff. And now we come to the part where it's plugs for me. Thank you so much for joining me, especially people who came over from Questing Time. Paul is the nicest man in the world. I hope you wished him a happy birthday. I do regular streaming content, so if you haven't hit the follow button, now is a great time to do that. Or you could subscribe if you're on Twitch Prime. It's basically giving me money for free, which I would appreciate. There's a lot of streaming content apart from this every Wednesday at 7:30. I also do something called Poker Mondays, which is me playing through, currently it's playing through Pokemon Heart Gold. There is another follow. I can hear it in my ears. I have obnoxiously loud follow sounds. I don't know if you heard it, but I certainly heard it. But if you come on Monday at 2 p.m. to 4 p.m., I do something called Poker Mondays. I'm playing through Pokemon Heart Gold, and I put on lo-fi hip-hop in the background. It's a very chilled out Monday afternoon. I also have a slot which used to be a quiz, but I now call Game Night, and that is at 8 p.m. on a Saturday, and I'm just playing through various games. I was playing through the new DLC for Control, but I might switch it to playing Fall Guys, because I know that Fall Guys is very popular right now, and I have never played it before, so if you want to see me fail at Fall Guys, then please watch that. The other thing I'm going to start doing is Fitness Thursdays, so during the daytime on Thursdays, if you want to see me play through Wii Fit Adventure, I am massively out of shape, so that'll be a laugh for everyone. And on Sundays, during the daytime, if you want to join me for Superhero Sundays, I will be playing through a combination of both the new Avengers game and Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. So if you want to see any of those, please hit the follow button or the subscribe button. The other thing is, follow me on Twitter at ChazRedhead. I will be releasing a podcast very soon called Chaz Redhead's Pilot Season, where I'm doing 6 different audio pilots for every episode. It's a big, long project, and some of the talented people involved in this project have been very kind to lend their voices to that, and I'm eternally grateful. So, with that in mind, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for your patience as I solve the tech problems. Hopefully, it won't be an issue next week. I don't make promises, but hopefully it won't be an issue next week. We're going to start case 3 of game 2. If you're curious about any of the previous content of Theatre De Phénix, I have posted a YouTube link. You can catch up on all of the previous episodes. And we will see you next week for more legal drama and more fun. You are wonderful. Stay safe, stay sane, and I will see you next week. A big love from all of us. Have a good night, everyone.